I am back in this hospital room again. The machines are, it smells like medicine in here. That chair is really uncomfortable. I will have to sleep in it for a while. It feels like I am having a dream that keeps happening. Emma is lying in the hospital bed. She is holding her stomach. Her face is pale. She looks very sick. She has Crohn's disease. It is acting up again. This is the third time it has happened this year. Emma has Crohn's. It is giving her a lot of trouble. I said to her, "I have your insurance card." I was trying to sound calm, but my phone was buzzing a lot in my pocket. I had 3 missed calls from my manager. My manager had also sent me 4 texts asking where I was. I had already used up all of my days because I was taking care of the insurance card owner, Emma, and we both knew that. It has been 2 years since the accident happened. 2 years since that police officer came to our door. Our whole life fell apart. My mom and my dad were taken away from us in a moment. All of a sudden, I had to take care of my sister, who is 17 years old and has a chronic illness. This illness is really bad. It seems like it is trying to hurt her from the inside out. The accident and my sister's chronic illness have been very tough on us. The first night is always really tough. Emma was hurting a lot. The nurses were fixing her medicine thing, and I was on the phone with the insurance people. They kept putting me on hold for a time like 45 minutes, and then they would send me to someone else. My neck was sore from sitting in a position in the chair, and I was getting hungry, but I did not want to leave Emma. She looked very small, frightened in that hospital bed. The hospital bed where Emma was lying, and I had to stay with Emma. By the night, things were really bad. The doctors were talking about things like inflammation and the possibility of surgery. I was nodding my head like I knew what they were talking about. Really, I was just waiting for them to leave so I could look everything up on my phone. My boss had called me 2 times. He said, "We need someone we can count on, Sarah." He told me, "I feel bad about what's happening to you, but," just hung there in the air. It sounded like a threat to me. The doctors and their words like inflammation and possible surgery were all I could think about. My boss and his need for reliability were not helping the situation. I had been living on pretzels from the vending machine and coffee from the family lounge that was not very hot. When I looked at myself in the bathroom mirror, I looked really tired. I had circles under my eyes, my hair was dirty and pulled back in a messy bun. I was still wearing the same clothes that I had on when we got here. The coffee from the family lounge was not helping me to feel any better, and the pretzels from the vending machine were not filling me up. My reflection in the bathroom mirror really showed how bad I looked, with circles under my eyes and my dirty hair pulled back in a messy bun. The third night was really tough for me. Emma was finally doing okay. The medicine was working to help her pain. She was being really mean. She said, "You are always hovering over me," when I tried to fix her blanket. Then she said, "God, can you just stop doing that? You are not my mom." I locked myself in the bathroom. I cried a lot. She was right. I was not my mom. I was 24 years old. I had stopped going to college in my last year to take care of my mom. My boyfriend had left me 6 months ago because I was never free to spend time with him. My friends had stopped asking me to go out with him. I had given up everything for my mom. She could not even say thank you to me. I had given up a lot for my mom. By the night, Emma was feeling better, and she was on her phone looking at social media. I went to the pharmacy to get her medicine. The line was really long. I just stood there thinking about how much all of this was going to cost us with our insurance. I was also thinking about whether I could work hours if I still had my job at that point. When I finally got back to the room, Emma was taking a selfie. She looked okay. The hospital gown was under her blanket, and she had a small smile on her face. I was going to ask Emma if Emma was feeling better when I saw Emma typing on her phone. Later, while she was sleeping, I opened Instagram. That is when I saw it. Emma's post. It was a picture of herself with a soft light on her face and the words, "Finally peace," written below it. People were already leaving comments. Some people said things like, "I'm so glad you are away from all that stress now." Others said, "Your sister needs to give you some space to breathe and relax." Then there were comments like, "Your sister means she needs to back off. All that hovering would drive me crazy too. I can see why you needed to get away from your sister." I stared at the screen, understanding washing over me like ice water. The peace she meant wasn't from the pain. It was for me. The second night was when everything started to go. I had barely slept in that chair they called a recliner, and Mia seemed to be feeling a little better. Her blood sugar was getting back to normal. The nurses did not come into the room as often. Mia was asleep when I decided to go get her things from home. She would need some clothes and her phone charger. I wanted to get Mia's stuff from home so she would have everything she needed. I told the nurse that I am just going to the house. The nurse will see me again in 20 minutes. That is all the time I need. I will be back in 20 minutes tops at the house and then back here. Our house was really quiet, without Mom worrying about Mia's blood sugar levels or Dad talking about my running times. I went to Mia's room, got her favorite hoodie. Then I started looking for her glucose meter. That is when I accidentally knocked over a bunch of notebooks on her desk. One of the notebooks fell open. I saw my name in it. I know I should not have read it. Seeing my name, Jake, written in big, angry letters, made me stop. My brother Jake got into 3 classes, and my mom did not even notice that I made the honor roll. It is always about Jake going to states or Jake's test scores. The only time they pay attention to me is when my blood sugar levels are not right. Maybe if my blood sugar levels are off enough, my parents will actually care about me, what I do, not just about Jake and his accomplishments, and not just about my blood sugar levels being off, but about me making the honor roll and my own test scores, just like they care about Jake's test scores in his classes. My hands were shaking as I flipped through pages. The diary had one thing after another. It said how she had forgotten to take her insulin doses on purpose. She had eaten foods that were bad for her. She had hidden how sick she really was. She did all of this on purpose. She had planned it all out. The diary showed that she had done these things many times. She had forgotten her insulin doses many times. She had eaten bad foods many times. And she had hidden her sickness many times. All of these things were done by her. They were all planned. I drove back to the hospital. I was really out of it. When I walked into her room, she was awake. She was looking at her phone. It was like nothing was wrong with her. It was like she had not just done something that could have put her in a coma just to get some attention from people. The hospital room was quiet. She was just scrolling through her phone like she was sitting at home. She looked down, said, "Did you bring my charger?" I said to the person, "I brought your journal," and I said it softly. Her face turned white, then it turned red. "You had no right to do that," she said, talking about what the person did to her, the thing that made her so upset, this thing that the person did, the person's actions. "Mia, you were really lucky. You could have died, Mia. That's a big deal. You could have actually died, Mia. I mean, think about it, Mia. You could have died." "You would not care," she said in a tone. "You would probably be happy to be the unkid. That way, Mom would have things to make shine and Dad would have more things to talk about at his job. He could say things like, 'My child did this and my child did that.' You would like being the unkid because Mom and Dad would give you all of their attention and you would get all of the trophies." I was going to say something. She did not let me finish. She stopped me from talking. I said, "That is not..." And then she cut me off. "When was the last time they asked about my art? My friends? Anything that was not about my diabetes or those track meets of yours?" Tears were streaming down my face now. I feel like I am invisible unless I am sick. And you, Jake, you are perfect. You never need anything. You never cause problems.
My diabetes is all they care about, not my art or my friends or anything else about me. You are Jake, who always does everything right." I sank into the chair, her words hitting me like punches. She was not totally wrong. Our parents did treat my sister and me differently, not in the way my sister thought they did. The thing is, our parents treated my sister and me differently, and that is what my sister was talking about, but she did not see the picture of how our parents treated my sister and me. I said to them, "Do you really think I like being the one? I do not like it when people watch everything I do and compare it to others and want me to do better all the time. My mom actually cried when I got a B+ in my chemistry class. My dad made me run laps when I came in second place at regionals. When you're having a time, people feel sorry for you. When I'm having a tough time, my parents just give me lectures about how I can do better. They want me to be perfect all the time, like I'm the one." Mia looked at me like I was a stranger. She really stared at me like she was seeing the person I'm for the very first time. Mia was looking at me with an expression on her face. Mia seemed to be studying me, like she was trying to figure out who I really am. "They really care about you, even when you are not feeling well," I went on to say. "They only care about me when I am doing something and coming out on top with the football team, or so it seems to me. They love me when I'm winning." We just sat there, not saying a word, for a long time. We were both trying to make sense of what we had found out. Our parents did something that's really hard to understand. They made us feel like we were not loved. They did it in totally different ways to each of us. Mia finally said that she and the others were idiots. I said, "They are idiots." "My father is not here," she said, and she waved her hand around the empty room. "The room is really empty. My dad had a conference. That was more important to him than the fact that his daughter almost died. You know what? For the time, I do not care about my dad and my mom. I do not have to pretend to be sick so that my dad and my mom will pay attention to me. I can just be myself. That's really nice." She picked up her phone, started typing away. I was looking at her as she put up a picture of herself with the words, "Peace," written below the selfie. The selfie was of her. The caption said, "Finally peace," which made me think about the picture of herself she had just posted. I said, "Do you think we will have peace?" "From the show," she said. "From pretending, from competing with you for scraps of attention. Just peace." The family therapy room was really bright that morning. Lily was sitting across from me. Her hospital bracelet was shining under the light. She looked very young in the sweats they gave her at the hospital. I saw something different in her eyes. The crazy and desperate look she had 4 nights ago was gone. Now I saw something in her eyes, but I did not know what it was. The look in Lily's eyes I was trying to figure out what it was. Lily's eyes did not look wild and desperate like they did before. Dr. Martinez looked at the 2 chairs that we had hopefully set out for our parents. Should we wait a few minutes for our parents to show up? Lily said, "They are not coming." She said it in a plain way. "I told you that they would not come," Lily said. She was talking about them, the people we were waiting for. Lily said that they are really not coming. I spent an hour on the phone with Mom that morning, begging her. I said, "Please, the doctor says it is really important for her recovery." Mom cut in, said, "Your sister needs to stop doing things just to get attention." Then she said, "We are not going to drop everything and rush home from Florida just because your sister is being dramatic." The word dramatics really got to me. I mean, dramatics. It was like they were saying what happened with Lily was no deal, like she had not taken a bunch of pills, like I had not found her lying on her bedroom floor out of it.
"Let us begin without them," Dr. Martinez said in a voice. "Lily, do you want to tell us what Dr. Martinez and you talked about yesterday? Dr. Martinez wants to know if you are ready to share what you and Dr. Martinez discussed." My sister took a breath. "I have been asking for help since I was 12 years old," she said. My sister felt really bad. She told my mom that she felt empty inside. My mom said that my sister was being ungrateful. My sister told my dad that she could not stop crying. My dad said that my sister needed to be stronger. Each word felt like a stone dropping into my stomach. That really hurt. How did I not notice this before? I was away at college. I always came home for breaks. You would think I should have seen it when I was home for breaks at my house. College was not far away from my home. Lily said that she tried to hide the cuts. She wore sleeves all the time, even when it was really hot outside in the summer. When her mom found out about the cuts, she took away Lily's door. Her mom said that Lily was embarrassing the family. Then her dad said that therapy was not something they should do because he thought it was for people who are not strong. The cuts were something that Lily had to deal with on her own. Lily's family did not want her to go to therapy. Her dad thought that therapy was for weak people. I said to Lily, I did not know. She told me that I was at school. I was living my life at school. She said that she did not want to ruin my life at school for me. Dr. Martinez helped us get through the session. She assisted Lily in talking about all the years people made her feel like her pain was not real. People told her that her pain was not real, and she had to learn to act like everything was fine, even when she was really hurting. She had to pretend to be okay and smile when she was actually very sad inside. The session was very emotional for us. By the time it was over, Dr. Martinez had helped Lily talk about her feelings. We were both crying. I want to help, I said. Whatever you need, I will do it. I will move home. I will do anything to assist you. Lily said no. Her voice was really firm. I do not want to go to that place, she said. I do not want to go to that place ever. That evening, I sat with Lily in the room while other patients worked on art therapy projects. Lily was drawing something in a notebook they had given to Lily. The medication is helping, she said in a voice. It's like I've been trying to look through a window my whole life. Now it's clean. The medication is really helping. Is this what it feels like to be a person, I wonder? The medication is making things clearer for me. I said that I think so, but to be honest, I did not really know what normal is like anymore. She got out her phone. They had just given it back to her for the evening. She showed me her Instagram. She said, I want to put up a post, not about what happened to me, just about being at this place, being okay, you know? The Instagram post is just going to be about me being and that I'm okay. She wants to post something on her Instagram about being at this place, that she is okay. I was watching her as she typed the words, finally peace, on her computer screen. I said, do you think we will have peace? She said to me, I'm done with pretending that I am fine. I'm done with hiding. I'm done with that house. She looked at me. I know they are our parents. I just cannot go back to that house. I will not survive being at that house again. Then you will not, I said. We will figure out something. There is emergency custody and emancipation and some other things. I will talk to a lawyer about the custody and emancipation. I will use my college fund, if I really have to do that, for the custody and emancipation. You would really do that? I told my sister that she is my sister. My sister deserves to feel peace. She deserves to feel peace, not just when she's in the hospital for a nights, but my sister deserves to feel peace all the time. She posted the photo, just her hand holding the sketch she'd been working on. A small bird, finally free from its cage,